Hello, today is February 4th, 2026. I'm currently stuck in Carter County, Oklahoma, the place in which the citizens police and their FBI in Carter County and Oklahoma, Texas, and all their police conspired to fake multiple deaths so that they could torture me. No one will tell the truth, and they've left me homeless. They apparently the police, FBI, and the citizens support murderers, rapists, and thieves. So anyway, I'm going to get started with this. On this date, January 31st, 2026, I went to Fort Worth, Texas. Um,
Department area to let them know that constitutional violations have occurred. Now, I've done this multiple times, but the police laugh at my.
okay, so that was that day. But what strange, something strange occurred. Me and my mother went to this on the border restaurant right here to have something to eat on our way back. And I believe it was on that day, January 31st. It was somewhere, within the last week. We went to this on the border, Mexican Grill. And the crazy thing, three people walked in this place right after I got there, three people in which I had seen before. One was a person who looked a lot like this person right here. It wasn't him because the other guy had a mug. He looks a little bit different. There's a lot of people that look a lot like him. A lot of people, but it wasn't him. Another person was this person. I'll give you a close up in a minute. This one's very interesting because this is Angela Chavez Sadler, and her husband was Jeff Sadler. He called himself Jeff T-Rex Sadler. He was playing in a band with me called Section 8. He was the drummer, and I didn't realize they were related to a person who looked a lot like Angela Chavez Sadler, and she was either married to or running around with a person who looks a lot like Harvey Burkhart. But it wasn't Harvey Burkhart. It was the person that she was with looked a lot like Kyle Whaley, the person who was using hypnosis on me at Yada Networks Incorporated in the years 2000 to 2002. Now, I did not know that Jeff Sadler and Angela Chavez Sadler knew Kyle Whaley. In fact, I told them what happened, and Jeff acted like he didn't know anything. And from the year 2000 to now, nobody will tell the truth. But anyway, this is where Yada Networks Incorporated used to be. It's not there anymore. It was 2201 K Avenue in Plano, Texas. This was the area. This was Yada Networks all the way down through here. This was all Yada Networks Incorporated. After that, it became, Soteris, Elitist Systems, and Qualcomm Analog Logic. It became that business. But and I worked there too. I worked at both of them. But the crazy thing is, this Kyle Whaley was back here in this lab using hypnosis on me for about 2 years straight, 2 year period of time, and they just let him do whatever he wanted to do. Is hypnosis real? It must be because the FBI has been using hypnosis, since what's that say about what 1968? It says date published 1980, and they've been using it since 1968. Texas law enforcement has been using it for at least the last 40 years, at least. I mean, I saw a news report about that, but they're still using it down in near Hayes County, Texas, down in Harris County, something like that, down near Austin. I think it's Hayes County. But anyway, I'm going to give you a close-up of this Angela Chavez Sadler. That's what the lady looked like, but it looked like it was a relative. It wasn't Angela because I would have known Angela. It was her relative. And she was, hanging out with a person who looked exactly like Kyle Whaley. Exactly like him. Was it Kyle? I don't know. I don't know his real name. I have no clue what his real name is. But this is Jeffrey Sadler. His son knows what's going on, but his son don't want to tell the truth. There's Jeffrey Sadler right there. He's married to Angela Chavez Sadler. And this is the house they live in right here. And the address is 2558 County Road, 2226, Caddo Mills, Texas. The location of this house is right here, just outside of Greenville. That's Highway 36 right here, just so you know. This is Highway 36 coming down here. Jeff Sadler had purchased a fully automatic. I told him he shouldn't do it. I'm not going to get it. I thought it was illegal. I didn't know if it was or not. He bought a fully automatic AK-47, this little ammo store when it was here. It used to be a Cattle Mills ammo store. He bought a fully automatic AK-47 there. I heard he was back there shooting it on it behind his house one day. That's how I know. I think it's real. I mean, I saw it with my own eyes, but I heard it was fully automatic. Jeff Sadler said it was. This person right here said that it was fully automatic. That's supposed to be illegal, so be careful if you go and try to round him up. I don't think you will, because you guys don't seem to care about, murderers, rapists, and thieves running around doing whatever they do. But I know nobody's been arrested because, this person right here is, he's still out there. 11 hours ago, he was out here. He was active online, just having a good old time. Everybody's just having a good old time, acting like they don't know nothing when they do. And this person right here, Bill Hopper, he should be one of the people that you arrest for, the rape of Trin at Alcatel around the year 1997. That was the year I was watching Godzilla, 1998, in the year 1997. That was the night it actually happened when I was at the movie theater. And then they tried to blame it on me. If I had harmed Trin, she would not have spent time with me in Vietnam. She would have tried to have me arrested. She knows I didn't harm her. But everybody in Coward County, Oklahoma, wants to try to pin stuff on me, so their guilty family members don't go to jail for what they've done.
If you were to ask any of the guilty parties who raped Lee Trin or had anything to do with her being raped, they'd say, I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Now, I knew Trin from that shirt right there. The shirt, I thought it said Alcatraz Tour 2012. And this was the year 1997. This is when they introduced me to her. And now this crazy thing is that Tom Fuller, Charles Ray, was working in her area. I didn't even know who he was. I had no clue. He was working her area. He had a nameplate. It said, I think his nameplate said Charles Ray, but he called himself Tom Fuller. Or his nameplate said Tom Fuller, and he called himself Charles Ray. It was something like that. He was at Alcatel in her area. But that shirt, I saw it and I thought it said Alcatraz, and I said, I thought it was the band Alcatraz, that Steve Vai was in. It used to be Yngwie Malmsteen's band. He was a guitar, and then Steve Vai took over. But I saw the shirt and I was like, I thought it said Alcatraz for a second, but it doesn't. And I was like, how's that band know they're going to be on tour in 2012? And everybody said, what'd you say? I said, the year's 1997. How do they know they're going to be on tour in 2012? That's how I knew who Lee Trin was, because I got that off her Facebook page before I went to Vietnam to meet her. There's no possible way I would have went to Vietnam if I had harmed her. I knew exactly who she was when I went there. Is somebody going to start telling the truth? Because I don't think you will.
ignorance of the law is not an excuse to the law either. So just because
no excuse.
So just because you don't know the law doesn't mean you can't be found guilty of a law. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if you go from another state and you break a law, they don't have to educate you in all the laws of that state before you break a law and you get in trouble. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's upon you to know the laws, right?
Right.
Okay. Now we're here to help you and educate you about those things.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Once you've broken the law, basically what's going to happen is enforcement of the law is going to take place, and then you're going to become educated, right? Unless you've already educated yourself prior to that.